Good morning, Oklahoma, and welcome to Cow-Calf Corner. This week's topic is the question, is it time to wean? If we look at the Mesonet drought monitor this week in Oklahoma, about 69% of Oklahoma is drier than normal. About 25% of that amount is just into the more moderate cases of drought. And so when we think about management solutions and what we might do this time of year in a cow-calf operation, actually getting those calves off cows a month or two early might be a good management strategy. Typically, when we think about weaning in the beef industry business, most calves get weaned from 6 to 8 months of age, or a little past, on average, 7 months. What happens when we wean? We actually see a big benefit that cows are going to see a decrease in their energy requirements of about 15 to 20%. And so what happens? Cows are going to maintain body condition a lot better, potentially pick up on body condition a lot better, and particularly in those cows that are falling down to that threshold of a body condition score 4, or maybe might be under that. If we left those calves on them another month or two, we'll save that, give them more time to recapture some flesh before they have that next calf. This, we say, is a cost-effective management solution. If we can save that body condition on cows, have them in better shape going into the next calving season, we potentially see that pay dividends in their productivity and breed back at some point later. And it comes with the additional benefit as we look at the potential drought situation we're in. If we've got sparse vegetative conditions out there in pastures right now, we actually relieve the stress on those pastures and save a little bit of that forage by getting those calves away from cows. So, if this looks like something that may work for you, keep the following things in mind if we're going to early wean those calves. Fence line weaning is great if we're set up to do it. It does a lot to reduce the stress on the calves by having those mothers or those cows just across the fence. If it's possible to actually have the vaccinations, the dehorning, the castration done prior to weaning, it prevents all that stress occurring in calves at the same time that they're undergoing the weaning stress. If we're weaning right now in Oklahoma, we want to think about shade, water, getting those calves bunk broke, but particularly shade if we're weaning in the heat of summer. And if it's possible that this is something we're going to plan a few weeks down the road, if we can get those calves started on some kind of a feeding program, potentially a creep feed, and have them going in that plane of nutrition at that time we do wean, we potentially transition them a lot easier, and we don't have that abrupt shift in actual diet on those calves. Hope this helps. Weaning a month or two early is a potentially cost-effective strategy if you find yourself in a little drought situation, pasture vegetation is sparse, or those cows getting a little thin as we look at them here in late summer. Thanks for joining us on Cow-Calf Corner.